in the eastern Maine, where it's all built up in these beautiful houses, used to be a flat meadow. And the farmer that owned it also had on one side of this huge meadow, cows. And as little kids, 10, 11 years old, we used to walk all the way up there almost every day. And when we get up there, the first thing we do is we go in the field and we drive all his cows into the barn for him. He didn't know we were there. And when we got done driving all the cows in, we went across the street to the meadow where the horses were. And he had probably 10 or 11 horses in there. And we named them all. We got on them. We rode them all bareback. No, nothing, And that's how we spent our summers. We loved it. Until one day we went up and standing by the fence was a nice man. And of course, Bobby said, "Oh, we can't go in there because I don't know who that is." And I said, "Just walk up to him." And he said, "Hey, you girls, you ride these horses every day?" We said, "Yep." And he said, "Well, where do you live?" And I said, "In that farm over there." I said, "That's our father. So, we can do whatever we want." And he said, "Really?" He said, "You drive the cows in too?" "Yeah." And he said, "Well, I guess I'm your father then because I own all this land." I guess when Randy was born, he was the biggest change in my life was him. And having him and, all of a sudden, this one little thing could turn the person that you were into, something you didn't think you'd ever going to be. And he was, I always said I only wanted one. And that's all I had, because some people learn the hard way and some people don't, So after him, I said, "That's it, I'm not doing this again." When he was born, we had one woman in the room with me in, a semi-private room. And this woman kept saying, "I can tell you're having a girl. I can tell just by the way you're carrying." She did too. She said, "You got a little girl." And I said, "Okay." So I went in and they took him cesarean. And as in the room, Joanne was with me when I woke up, and she said, "Oh, you have a beautiful little baby boy." And I, without thinking, looked at the woman in the next bed, said, "That itch told me I was going to have a girl." The next day she was gone, they discharged her. And I didn't do it until till Ralph and I were separated. And because he always held me down, I think, Lord. Tried to, didn't really work. But once he was gone, I said to myself, what am I going to do? That type of deal. You can do what you want. Oh, this is what I want to do. So Boop said, "Come on, let's do it." And we did a class. Boop and I took a class. We got to boost our GPA. Yeah, no. And she said, "We'll take a class over the summer to the university. Introduction to horror films." It was the best class I ever took. We had the best time. I think the last Christmas that my mother and father and we all had together as a family, I find that comforting when I think back on it, that it's all changed, because actually everybody's gone from my family but me, nieces and nephews and cousins and things like that, but I mean immediate family. But having my mother and my father and both my sisters in the same place, which in a few Christmases we'll all be together again anyway, it goes around. But that's comforting. Well, I don't think I would have ever gotten married. But then I wouldn't have had Randy, so, 50-50 deal there type of thing. But I don't think I would have gotten married. Just didn't sit right with me, that type of deal, Because I never answered to him, because I never answered to anybody in my life. So that really didn't matter. But I just didn't, something about it, I don't know what it was about it that I just didn't like. I don't know, said, well, if it was somebody else, maybe it would have been different, but I don't think so, because it wasn't the fact of who I married, it was the fact of marriage that I did not like.